Hello, everybody. It's your friend and host of the Daily Dirt, Amy Brown of Doc Brown Farm and Distillers. Let's talk about our doodle dog and a donkey. Oh, yeah, you heard that right. So, right near us, out that window, is about 1,200 acres of beautiful, rolling, lush land. They have cattle over there. What protects the cattle? Donkeys. If you did not know that, you just learned something new. Donkeys are fierce protectors of cattle. Well, our doodle dog Rosie thinks that everybody on this planet loves her. And they do. And when you meet her, you will see that. So, what does she do? She goes to the pasture and she grabs a doodle donkey because only a doodle donkey will leave the herd of being fierce protectors of cattle to come play in our front yard. So, here we are leaving for a very, very, very important meeting, dressed up, suits on, gotta go. All of a sudden, we look out the window, and what do we see? Rosie and a donkey playing like they are just in love. Paige, the doc of Doc Brown, looks at me and says, what do we do? So, what do? We get Rosie the doodle dog in the house. We remove the friendly doodle, and then we get on our golf cart, one on the golf cart, one on the ATV, and we gently, gently coerce that donkey back through the fence, back over to be a fierce protector of the cattle over there, not a doodle donkey. Ever since then, we have put up a few gates, and I hate it because I know Rosie loves to play with everybody. But at the end of the day, on important days especially, it is not fun chasing a donkey out of your front yard. And now a word from our sponsor. In other news, let's talk about flat tires, dead batteries, fan belts that fly off, and things that get stuck. Well, technically, that's the life of any farmer. Oh, let's see. How many flat tires have we had in the past few months? See, there was that one, those two at one time. Let's just say maybe 6 to 20. Yes, you heard me correct. 6 to 20. Because no matter what you are planning to do that day on the farm, inevitably you are going to walk out, boots laced, work pants on, headsets ready to listen to some music or a podcast or whatever you're going to do that day. And you walk around the corner and you see a flat tire. Now, thank you, Rennis Brown, my sweet daddy, who taught me how to change a flat tire, because if he had not, we would have already gone broke here at Doc Brown Farm and Distillers on paying people to come change flat tires for us. Second thing you're going to find is you're ready, the tires are all pumped up, got your thing going, and it won't crank. Batteries no longer last more than 6 to 8 months in equipment. So every 6 to 8 months, we're paying $200 and $300 and $400 just to replace the batteries so that we can run our equipment. And then when the equipment gets running, it's either going to throw a fan belt, causing your radiator not to cool down the engine and then it smokes, or you're going to get stuck. Even during drought, we get stuck. I don't know how either. Even when there's no rain and there's no mud and there's no water, we get stuck. Heaven help the farmers here in America. In other news, let's talk about my brain and my wild idea of taking the back end of a 1965 Chevrolet truck and turning it into an old-fashioned smokehouse. Yes, a smokehouse. We built the sides, chinked the wood, put an old-fashioned wood heater in the front. We got hickory wood and pecan wood, put a pipe into the smokehouse so that when the fire billows, of course, that's what smokes the meat. So I'm sitting out there one day recently, and my son called and said, "Hey, Mom, what you doing?" I said, "Oh, I'm just sitting out here smoking salt." He said, "What you talking about, Mom? Are you okay?" Smoking salt. I've never heard anybody smoke salt. Let me clarify. This is a vintage old-fashioned smokehouse like my grandfather had. I wanted to replicate that, sitting around a smoker, sitting around a fire, sharing a good pour of our bourbon, and smoking cheeses and salts and corn and rye and meats. And so on that particular day, I was smoking Himalayan pink salt. So when he called and said, "What you doing?" I was doing what I was doing. I was smoking salt. And if you've never had pink Himalayan smoke salt, either rimmed on your cocktail glass or over a piece of fresh Georgia watermelon, you don't know what you are missing. Which means that one day you need to visit Doc Brown Farm and Distillers. We might just sit around the fire, smoke some salt together. And that is the Daily Dirt with your host, Amy Brown, the Brown of Doc Brown Farm and Distillers, and we thank you from the bottom of our heart for your continued support of our little family farm.